All right, so you know, I previewed the site. You can actually go right if you preview the site. You can click on Enable Visual Builder, and you'll go to the Visual Builder. But just to keep things kind of consistent, I'm going to go back to just my dashboard. I'm going to go to Pages. Oops, let's stay on page. Oh, that's why I didn't click. Make sure you click Save Changes. That might have been why it wasn't previewing correctly. Hit Save Changes to make sure everything's good. Oh, yeah, we want to keep that on. All right, and then what we're going to do is go to Pages. Just click on Pages, and I'm just going to leave Pages because I clicked that on and off. So now it thinks I did some settings or something. Now, if you hover over a site, if it's been made with Divi, oh, I guess they are automatically. These weren't made with Divi, though. Anyway, I can just go ahead and click automatically to edit with Divi. And that will bring me right to the front end where I can start utilizing the Divi builder, which will obviously be much preferred. All right, so when we left off, actually, there was, we just made this carousel, which is what I want on the very top of my homepage here. However, see now the picture's showing up because I think I didn't hit Save Changes, which is what I want. But if you look, you can see this one's using, just like in Bootstrap, you know how we have container fluid. This one's just container, right? Because it has these strong margins on either side. I'd rather that it went full width, that it went the whole thing. So this style isn't going to work for me. There is a way to stretch this and make it fit, but I would rather just start from scratch. So we're actually going to delete this one. I'm not going to delete it right away, though. First, I'm going to make a new one. So we're going to click on the add new section button, which is this guy here. But you'll notice that there's regular, specialty, and full width. Okay, specialty has these weird ones that, honestly, I've never really used these, but they're here anyway. Let's close out of that one. Let's try this again. But if you go to, and regular is what we normally been using, and that's basically your typical, like this one kind of thing. I want to do full width though. So choose full width. You're going to see that full width, what it does is it means it's just going to have one module and nothing else. So it has its own special module section. So for this one, we want to do a full width slider. Okay. And now you can see we have our slider and see how it goes the full width. That looks fine. Now what I want to do is I just want to add some stuff in here. So I'm going to go to each one of these is obviously each slide. You can add another slide by clicking on this. I'm going to click on this guy and we're just going to say, 3D animation and then we'll just say see examples. Okay. And then I'm not going to worry about putting the text in there. That's probably fine for right now. Now, what we don't want to do is this. So this is obviously a slide. And so there's text here. But normally what you do is you go to images and you put your image in. I'll just do it so you can see. I'm just going to put this guy in here, upload an image. And what you're going to see is it's going to put it on the side here. This isn't really the look that I want. Okay. So I'm actually going to hit the little trash can there to get rid of that. What I'm going to do instead is actually do it on the background. So I'm going to go to the background. I'm going to click on the gear. Oh, sorry, not the gear. What am I doing? Background. And then we want to go to picture, which is this icon here. And then we're going to go ahead and add a background image. I'm going to click on that. And then I will have the lab materials in case you haven't figured that out. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. But basically, you'll just drag on the pictures. You know, you probably should know how to do that by now. But anyways, so I'm going to grab this one as my picture. I'm going to hit upload image. And now that will be the background. And that's more the look that I wanted. And I think we're going to call that good. We could definitely, make more changes and adjustments and settings and things to make it look a bit nicer. But I'm going to say that's good. I'm going to click on this to accept that slide settings. Now I'm going to go to the second slide. And we'll go to the text. And I'm just going to put 2D animation. 2D animation. And I forget what I said. See examples. Is that what I said? I don't know. See examples. That's just going to be the button. You can see it here. And we're going to do the same thing. We'll go to background. I'm going to choose picture. And then we'll click on the add a background image. You're going to drag one in. In this case, I already have it here. So I'll just do the 2D animation. Upload. And we'll click OK. And now that one's settings are good. Now, you can do a background also for the thing as a whole, but leave that alone because I'm going to have the background being driven by the slides themselves. But this is more the look that I was looking for. The one thing I really don't like about this, there's a bunch of things that I'm not like. I would do more settings. But one of the elements that's not super great to me, and to also show you as an option, is that if for some reason you can't find a setting or something that you like, you can go through to design here. So we have body text, and you can see, okay, oh, you know, it's on center. That's fine. Body text size. So there's the font size, height. And I was like, oh, what I don't like is I don't like how far out it goes. See how it's going so far? I'd rather it was a little bit tighter. But you can notice there's no setting for that. Like there's no body text box size, right? There might be, let me see. Here's sizing, but I think the sizing is probably going to be the entirety of it. I don't think that's going to change this. So I just want to show you another way of kind of getting to something if you can't get to it. If you go to the Advanced tab, you can add classes so that if you have a child theme or something, you can apply those. We're not going to use that. But there's also this custom CSS. There's also other things too, like transitions and the position stuff. So if you're trying to force something to be a certain way, there's some other options here too that you can look at. But we want to do is just go to custom CSS. We're going to add our own custom CSS. So we can add CSS that's going to happen before it, in the main element, after it, and then it actually gives you the elements that are inside of it as well, which is kind of cool. So you can literally, if you need to, like, man, I need this arrow, the right arrow, you know, I need it to be bigger. I can put in code here, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the part that says slide description. That's what this text is. And I'm just going to do width. It's just like you would write any other CSS rule. I'm just going to write width. And what number did I use? 50%. So 50%, where's percentage, semicolon. And you're going to see it's going to shove it and it's going to apply that. So if I want to make it like, you know, I don't know if this will work because blue. How's that slide description? It's not even, whatever. So you can see it's not working on this. So I probably have to make something that's a little bit more particular. But it allows me to apply basically CSS rules, and I can impose very specifically my own CSS. This is why it's important to know how to code, because it makes you a power user. Where other people would be stuck, they wouldn't be able to change it. You can, because you can write your own CSS right in here. So anyway, that looks fine. We'll hit OK. And then what I want to do next is actually get rid of this guy, which I think I did in this one. So I'm just going to go up to the top here, and we're just going to delete the whole section. I'm going to click on this, and there you go. One of the things that's weird is that when you first create the page, it doesn't give you the option of choosing the type of section that you want. It just automatically gives you the regular. So, but now this will be our start. So this will be the top of the page, and then underneath that, we'll add more of our content. But that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save that. I'm going to click on this little thing here and hit save. And yeah, we'll add some more in the next one.